Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the ACC, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On first down from their own 22. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job of the base defense making a play.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long. So that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Out of the shotgun on third down. They're working that left side. There he goes. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to run it. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, right? I mean, you saw them throw it, you know, a couple plays ago, and you see him take off and run. They've got to do something to kind of put him at least in a little bit of thinking, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of pressure, because right now he's starting to get in the rhythm, and that's not good for this defense.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive, and it came. What a beautiful touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
On the
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Wasting no time taking a shot. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Arizona State.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Brown.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Rushes on him. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Defense not showing press coverage. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Got the quick pass. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Off the play fake. Now improvising. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Levin. He's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Throwing on the run. He makes a catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Marshall quick to the line. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Slings it. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Dances away to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. This is a designed run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurd!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
The Sun Devils will try to move the sticks on 4th down. These corners going to give them some space. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Keeps looking downfield. Unleashes one. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab on the left side.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Sun Devils have taken it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Offense changing the play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. At the 35, he's loose. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it on the outside. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Marshall!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And he makes the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Butler. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge 1st down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Caught near the sticks, it's Anderson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Wants to keep it in the air. Quick completion on the out. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
To the air, it's Levitt. The quick out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He's got it on the move. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making checks. They'll start this drive going to the air. Might be looking to run. On the run deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab. It's Hamilton. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Creates a little space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Corner's going to give them room. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, a lot of space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The extra point here would tie the game. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Pocket breaking down. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Offense, quick tempo.
And, man, does he keep you honest. Just a guy that can run the football, that can make plays with his legs. You've seen it throughout the day. Listen, this wasn't a big play, but it can be death by 1,000 cuts. He just continues to scramble, make plays, make you defend his feet for a whole game.
Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. The offense lining up for a first down play.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Oh, and they almost had another one, and this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Buying some time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab on the big throw. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarter... A lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Marshall.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Norton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Marshall quick to the line.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl. Try to get there really quick to try to break up the...
Intercepted deep in his own end. defense has set them up with a big play.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four-down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Buys a little extra time. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll go back to the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Ross. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Marshall quick to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They'll try the run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They want to run this quarterback. Thrust that arm out.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big 3rd down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Dropping back, it's Levin. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Great place to start for this offense. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Got it in the middle, it's White. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. He would have loved to have been able to throw the ball past the first down sticks, couldn't get it done, and they couldn't create enough room off the dump down, Jesse.
So let's give credit to the defense then in coverage, taking all of the throws away and also doing a nice job of keeping the football in front of them, and then great effort making that tackle, setting up 4th.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Corners are going to bail. To the air, it's Levitt. Buys a little time. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Brown.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Oh, better look out. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The cleats will be tested in this driving rain as he tries to kick to win the game. And his kick is good despite the rainstorm. A good snap, good hold, and the kick was perfect. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.